Hi, I'm Dr. Roger Borbon with Pure Life Neurology and Wellness, and we specialize in healing people from chronic knee pain. We do this by focusing on the root cause of the problem instead of masking things up with toxic medications and expensive surgeries. You see, I believe that health is our greatest asset, and that if we focus on the root issues driving up the knee pain, then we can either remove the obstructions that are causing the problem and or add the attention the body needs and is craving to help itself to heal. We've seen it time and time again. So through these short videos, I'm going to be walking you through the exact process that we use to help people's knee pain to transform and get their life and freedom back. Now I know what you might be saying, hey, you know, I've already done all the pills, the PT, the injections, even surgeries with little to no results, and now my doctor's just told me that my only other options are more drugs and or more surgeries. Well, look, there's just three main factors that you got to know that are essential for your knees to heal. So first thing that we need to understand is that the knee is a very simple yet extremely precise joint. That means small variations can throw it off over a short period of time that add up to some big damaging effects, driving up chronic knee pain. So this could be variables in imbalances with the tone of the muscles and tendons. It could be about the joint alignment itself. It could also be about the actual chemistry of the knee, what the joint capsule requires for it to create its own lubrication, for it to hold it together. So all these variables are essential in holding these things together, and all you need to do is just multiply every step and every increased loading force when things are out of balance to then over time end up with a serious knee problem. And so when we look at chronic knee pain, one of the things that I've learned over time is that, one of my big pieces of background is that I used to be a pole vaulter on the Costa Rican Olympic team, and over those years I had two of the world's greatest sprint coaches who trained me. And through that process, thousands of hours, they taught me the skills and drills that I needed to know to truly understand real biomechanics. Now, I kind of felt like, in hindsight, like the Karate Kid, sanding the floor and waxing the car. I didn't really appreciate at that time the lessons and the knowledge that I was gaining through that process. But, you might think that your doctor gains the appreciation and true knowledge and knowing how the body really is supposed to move by going through his or her doctoral program. Well, I've been there and done that, and I can tell you it doesn't happen there. I've been through all the academic processes in the classroom, in lab settings, and I can tell you that what is taught in the schools, through medical school, through all types of schooling, postgraduate levels, it pales in comparison to the 17 years of experience I got just on the track. And so when we look at this, in hindsight looking back, this is what we call proprioceptive biomechanics, or unconscious awareness. So, this is a big piece to how the joint should be moving, but this is just 1/3 of the knee method that we use to help the knee to heal. Now, you might be saying to yourself, unconscious awareness, are we still talking about knee pain here? Well, and what is unconscious awareness? Well, when you have chronic knee pain, I can tell you, you do know what this is about. So in the past, you used to just go for a walk to, let's say, through the airport with your bag on your shoulder, towing something behind you, and just go from point A to point B, no problem. Or go to pick something up and move on your way. And that was unconscious awareness. I have to get from A to B, I have to pick this thing up. Well, contrast that against conscious awareness, where now, because of the chronic knee pain, you have to calculate, man, how far is that gate? Can I make it in time? How do I have to carry my luggage to get there? If I'm going to pick that up, how am I going to get down and actually make it back up with this pain or lack of mobility that I have? At that point, you're having conscious awareness to this task instead of an unconscious awareness about how your knee should be moving all on its own without you having to put your forebrain to it. You know, there was some research out of MIT that showed that our brains really do not multitask. So if you consider yourself a multitasker, according to MIT, we just don't. We can attenuate or focus on one item at a time. So you know, with chronic knee pain, that gets your attention. So that means you have now siphoned brain activity from other areas of the brain to focus on achieving the matter at hand. And this is a big distraction, and actually what happens is it takes away from your response time or your reaction time and can lead to more devastating knee injuries in the future. This thing again is what we call proprioceptive biomechanics, which basically just means how your knee should move without you thinking about it and how fast it can respond. And this is a major point, and one of the things that we use is this basically a brain-body model. This is called brain-based therapy. And so, you know, by leveraging this process, we can radically improve our time. So if we basically, can't walk right, or we can't squat properly, I can assure you, you simply will not heal your knee. However, if in a short time you can do something and regain a full pain-free squat with no downtime, no drugs, no surgery, then I can tell you, you have now made meaningful change that your body can build on and then actually heal. And this is what we do here, and the neurological component is a massive piece of that. So, but that's only the second part of our method that we use to heal the knee method. One of the other pieces is that, people kind of think, well, the nervous system, the brain-body connection, that just happens, that just is. Well, yes and no. It just is if the environment is right. So nerves don't just signal on their own. They require special chemistry and electricity for those nerves to communicate from the brain to the body and the body back to the brain. And the greater the latency or lag time there is, especially with the knee, then we can have some serious problems. So just like your washing machine at home requires very specific voltage to run the machine, and you would use detergent in there, some chemistry to help get the clothes as clean as they can possibly be, your nervous system works very much the same way, and that's what helps to get us the end result. But this transmission, these chemicals and this electricity, they don't just happen. They come to our body through our metabolism. So metabolism is just basically turning food into energy or fuel. Fuel for communication within the body through the nervous system, fuel for repairing and rebuilding tissues in the body, and also fuel and energy to do work. So this is all part of the metabolic process that we also leverage. And by the way, if this is off in one particular way, not only are you just lacking in the ability to repair and to do work and for your body to communicate, but it can actually work against you and eat away at your own joint capsules. So, and this is something that oftentimes is never discussed, never looked at, but here we absolutely use this in our process, and this rounds out the full method that we use. So you can see that through the electrochemical aspect, through our metabolism system, through the brain-based model and nerve transmission signaling of the neurological aspect that we use, and then back to the proprioceptive biomechanics, really that these things together is really what is absolutely required to heal and have radical change in real time. And this is what is known as the Neuro metabolic knee method. So imagine if in a short time, if under a week, what if you can squat fully with no pain? What if you didn't have those chains on you anymore? What would be the first thing you would do with your knees back? Whatever your goals are, the neurometabolic knee method will transform your life if you are a candidate. So if you haven't called yet, then go ahead and give us a call. Our information's here, and we'll set up an appointment time for us to go through our consultation an evaluation to see if you qualify as a candidate for the neurometabolic knee method. If you aren't, I'll let you know. If you are a candidate, I'll be able to walk you through exactly what that entails and how we can get you back to doing the things you love so you have the knees you need for the life you want. So last thing, keep your eyes out for the next video. In the next video, what we're going to talk about are the 3 main myths that people buy into that are really not only holding them back, but can actually hurt them regarding knee pain. Thanks a lot. We'll talk to you real soon.